You saw him last time out, he went 12 rounds with Dylan. So he's fresh. I think he had four months out of the ring, so he come off a good 12 rounds with Dylan. He had a good camp this time. He said he's fit, he's fresher. So yeah, he done well. He done well to stay in there. I wish I could have taken him out.
You looked a little bit frustrated at times when Franklin was holding on to you, especially in the later rounds. Was that frustrating for you, especially if you were trying to push for that knockout?
So number one, I can't blame Franklin for anything that goes on in that ring because it's all about me. Everything that happens in life is not to blame others. I've got to take accountability. So if I didn't want Franklin to hold me, I had to move my feet and create space. So that's just down to me. And if I would have created space, I would have been able to get that knockout. So it's not him, it's all me.
Why is it a final belt tonight, Anthony?
Sorry?
What happened at the final belt tonight?
It's just honestly, it's just a fight. Like, that's what I'm saying. You're fighting someone who wants to win. He wanted to win, and he's like, in the round by round, we're kind of talking to each other. You know, I'm pushing his head and shit like that. So there's a bit of like ego, pride that happens in that ring, and it just spills over until the final bell. And that's all it is, really. It's all respect. It's all respect. But at the same time, it's a fight. It's different. When you're in that square circle, it's a different kind of energy that you may not, or someone else may not understand.
Did he get under your skin because there was an exchange at the end of the first round as well?
In terms of getting under my skin, I matched it. I matched that energy. So no, it didn't get under my skin. I just kind of raised my game. You want to trash talk? I trash talk as well. Yeah.
AJ, later on in the round, you seem to have come back into yourself. Earlier on in the fight, it was kind of tentative, kind of like sussing each other out. But what I will say is you usually start panicking at the round, so when you do, but you really came into yourself. It was very good body shot. Why did you not follow up with that shot? Because he really crunched like he was going to go.
He crunched, correct. So it's a situation that you can find yourself in where you land one shot and the fighter's looking like they're ready to go, and you go rushing in to land another shot, and they're just not there for the taking yet. If a fighter was there for the taking, believe me, if I see a wounded animal, I'm gonna go in for the kill. But someone like Jermaine, if there was 13 round, or if this was a 15 round fight, he wouldn't have survived. But it's a 12 round fight, and he managed to see the final bell. Credit to him. But if I could have, I would have, 100%. It just, for me personally, I just didn't see it was there.
Then we talk about your development as a fighter, then it was the previous AJ who literally went into that. So talk to us about kind of like the maturity that you had when you've gone with your new trainer, Derek, and you kind of like maybe waiting for better opportunities and not rushing in, because Jermaine is a fighter. If you land something on him, he's going to come back with 5 more shots or 3 more shots. Being sensible about your approach.
Styles make fights. Jermaine's actually a counter puncher. So in the fight, you're downloading information at all times. When you're fully concentrating, you're reading everything that's happening. And I can see he was a counter puncher. So, yeah, like when you say like the old AJ, for example, we can look back at times with Klitschko. We went in for the kill in round 5, and the only reason that he managed to survive to the 11th is because I gassed. I blew a gasket in the ring. So then we fast forward to, for example, the Pulev fight, where I thought I was so close to taking him out, I probably threw about 200 punches in a round, trying to take this guy out, and he survived. He's a tough guy. So then I realized, okay, you know what, I gotta get back to my boxing, be clever here. So through experience is the best teacher. And you'll see so many fighters after me come up and go through that process of throwing everything, the kitchen sink at certain fighters that just aren't ready. Their will is on a sky high, and they just don't want to give up. So you'll soon see some of these younger fighters coming up, go through that same process, and they'll soon figure out, you know, I've got to get smarter in the ring. Because it's a fight, don't get me wrong, and it's a sport where you take people out. But I'll be honest with you, if Mike Tyson went 12 rounds with people like Pinkland Thomas and I think it was Tony Tubbs, Tony Tucker, yeah, he went 12. What's wrong with me going 12 rounds? You know what I mean?
Finally, to your trainer then, Derek James, the tutelage, the training, the graft, taking away from us, your thoughts on your fight performance?
Well, You know, I think he did a good job. I think that, for me, he followed the game plan because it was so much about getting past this guy and winning the way that we wanted to win. Knockouts, so yeah, they're good, but win with the strategy and the game plan that never let him into the fight. That's what it's all about. And that's what he did. He was able to control every aspect of the fight. And that's what, and now we have that, that's our foundation. So if y'all go back and look, that's the foundation. So now we have nothing but to do to get better and better and better. That's all I care about.